Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, smoke you what you seen and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think and I'll tell you what I thought.
What it do? What's up, y'all? We back.
We made it.
We made it. Smoke Dizzle Dog.
What up?
What number is the vote?
41.
Bro, did you really get that right?
See?
Are you going to do this whole thing in Spanish?
No.
Y'all want to welcome everybody back to the 41st episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. Smokey, this is number 41, bro.
41.
We have been doing this for 41 weeks.
Yes, we have.
Do you know how many weeks there are in a year?
52.
We are almost at a year's worth of the Trash Talk Podcast. Guys, we want to thank y'all so much for checking in with us. Before we get started, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, right?
Yes, that's exactly what you need to do. Because if you don't hit that bell, you won't know when we drop one of these mugs.
Please do. Define mug for me.
Yo, well, a mug is your face.
Why you mean mugging me? But in the way you used it.
It's like mother lover. Like
this mug.
Yeah, this mug right here.
That's Georgia terminology. You remember when everybody used to say tight?
Tight?
Oh,
yeah.
bro, that was tight.
Tight. Tight came after fresh.
Oh, yeah, we said fresh a lot, too.
Yeah.
Y'all, we got a great episode today. Today, we're going to be talking about something that has happened to me, 2 occasions that has happened to me. I don't know if Smokey has had any experiences with it.
I've had experiences. I don't know if it falls into the exact parameters, but we'll get into that.
Right. Guys, we are going to be talking about the 3 a.m. phenomenon. What exactly happens at 3 a.m.?
Some scary stuff.
That's what people are saying.
Yeah.
But before we get into that, we got some segments to get into, my friend.
We do.
We need to get into some OMG and some WTF.
Had a burp come out right when I was saying
TF. Wait, so I give the first story on this one?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're coming up on Halloween, so we're doing some creepy topics.
Oh, crap. Thank you for reminding me, bro.
So,
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
What?
Man, that's my favorite time of the year.
Why is that? Is that because you're an ex-juggalo?
Extra what?
I said an ex-juggalo?
Oh.
Are you still a juggalo? Come on now, you have the hatchet, man.
Is it like a blood or a crib where you in it for life? It is a fraternity. I mean, it definitely is. So, I mean, I
Are
guess
you a juggalo?
Maybe I am for life.
I need a yes or no on this one.
Yeah, I'm still I'm still a juggalo. I mean, like, not in the sense that some people think of juggalos.
Yeah, because some of them are nice.
Yeah, exactly. Some people think of hardcore juggalos, when you say that. But, no, there's a lot of normal people that are juggalos.
Of course. Smokey wouldn't hurt a fly, guys.
Exactly.
All right, y'all. Today's story coming out of Georgia, and I hate to keep involving violence with these, but this one caught my eye, and I feel like I needed to share it with you guys. Georgia man charged after shooting a teen hunter partner he mistook for a deer.
Ooh.
Didn't a president or a vice president shoot somebody while they were...
Cheney. Dick Cheney. I don't know if we can say that on YouTube, but...
Penis Cheney.
But Peter Cheney. His name was Richard Cheney.
That's even funnier.
But, yeah, Dick Cheney apparently did that to one of his hunting buddies. Got off scot-free. Never was charged with anything either.
You think it was deliberate?
Well, I can't say that because he wasn't charged with it, but...
What do you...
I don't know.
Did the guy die?
Nah.
See, now I would know if they're still cool. I would want to know that. Are they?
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about that story. I remember when it happened. We were kids back then, but...
Yeah.
During the Bush administration.
Only reason I remember, there was a Family Guy episode of, like...
Where they parodied it?
Yeah, it was funny. All right, guys. This comes from CNN. And this actually happened on Wednesday, October 9th of 2019. CNN. A 32-year-old Georgia man has been charged after fatally shooting a teenage hunting partner he mistook for a deer, police said. Hector Romero Hernandez was booked into Glenn County Detention Center on Monday and on charges that include hunting with unlawful weapon, misuse of firearm resulting in serious bodily harm to another, and hunting without a license. Romero has yet to appear for a preliminary hearing, and it's unclear whether he has an attorney. Bobby Lane was 17. Was in an area of heavy foliage on September 28th when another hunter thought he was an animal and shot him. The Glenn County Police Department said at the time. Police and Georgia Department of Natural Resources game wardens responded and found Lane at a nearby gas station with others in his hunting group, according to a statement by Mark McKinnon, a spokesman for the Law Enforcement Division of the Department of Natural Resources. Lane, the teenager, he died from his injury at a local hospital, police said. The two hunters knew each other. I quote, "The initial information received was that he was shot with a rifle by another hunter in the group, Hector Romero, after being allegedly mistaken by a deer."
As a deer.
The statement said, deer season for archery is open in Georgia, but firearms season doesn't begin until October 19th.
That's what I was going to say. That would be the unlawful weapon because it's not rifle season yet. Yeah, it's only bow season, so you can only be hunting with a bow and arrow at that point in time. Now, this raises a lot of questions. So they found him at a gas station, right, with his other hunting buddies. He left the scene. So he shot homeboy and then left.
And he mistook him for a deer.
Yeah, or did he?
Right. So when let's say you're a hunter.
Uh-huh.
Let's say you've been out in the woods for 4 hours.
Mm-hmm.
You finally see a deer.
Yeah.
You shoot that deer. What are you going to do?
You're going to go find it.
Now, what did this guy do?
Left. Because he's like, oh, that's not a deer.
Right.
Now, how is it that easy to mistake a person for a deer? How hard is that to do? Or how easy is it to do?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I have a hard time believing you're in a deer stand. I guess he was in a deer stand. And you're looking down and you see something moving. And you mistake a person for a deer? Does that make sense to you?
Not at all.
I'm not accusing this guy of doing it intentionally. But that raises a lot of questions.
Can you accuse somebody of something if they've already been charged?
Well, no, because then it's taken as fact.
So
if they've been convicted, not charged.
So it's still
convicted.
Alleged.
Yeah, it's still alleged.
Okay.
If he's been charged, that means people are accusing him of it.
Right.
But it's not proven yet.
Right.
I find it hard to believe.
My thing is, if you're out in the woods, like you said, in a deer stand, this kid, camouflage or no camouflage?
I would hope they had camouflage. I mean, it's kind of hard to sneak up on a deer.
For real. And then you have to have a scent blocker and all these things. I'm not really the hunting type, but I'm Sherman. I'm Sherman.
Sherman? So, Sherman?
I'm sure that some hunters out there, or some people out there who are proficient with a bow know. I mean, you know what? I don't know, bro. Again, I hate to keep promoting the Joe Rogan podcast, but he said he was in the woods hunting in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Been out there for 3 hours, quiet, not a sound. Turned around and thought he saw an elk. Turned out it was a squirrel. So
I guess maybe that could be. If you are in this situation for that long and you're just focusing, waiting for something, hoping for something, your mind could play tricks on you.
That could be.
And you mistake whatever you see for something you need to shoot.
Yeah, but even doing that, don't you well, they were using a gun, so yeah, don't you have to point and aim and adjust your scope and see?
It's hard to believe, man. I mean, I guess there is a possibility where that could happen. I mean, Cheney got away with it.
That's what I was about to say. So, do you think Cheney just got off because of his
standing? Yes.
Right. And this Romero Hernandez did not get off because he's not a vice president.
Because he's not a vice president, yes.
That's crazy, right?
It is crazy. There's a double standard.
I don't know, man. That's
I mean, well, we don't know that he's not going to get off eventually. He could have some weird evidence. But the fact that he left the scene.
That's what messes it all up.
Yeah. And did he leave? Who called 911? That's another question.
That's a good question, Smokey. That's a great
question. The guy that got shot, call him? Somebody had to call and alert authorities that there was a man been shot.
Oh, okay. The guy that was with the team, apparently he shot through the bush thinking it was a deer, and it happened to be my cousin. Lane's cousin, Michael Rawling, told CNN affiliates.
Yeah.
So his cousin was the one. Lane had a heart of gold. Wow, his cousin said, "You don't expect anything like this to happen to a child," Rawling said. "It's very hard. Very, very hard," he quotes.
Yeah. Tough, man. I couldn't make a call just off that story, whether he did it intentionally or not.
Well, put yourself in Hernandez's shoes. Let's say you're out there hunting, and you've been out there for 5 hours. You're tired. You're sleepy. You're hungry. Sleep deprived.
Yeah.
And you hear a rustling.
Yeah, because you got to get up really early to hunt.
Very early.
But the fact that he was also breaking the law by
using a firearm.
Yes. When I'm sure if he's an avid hunter, he knew it was not rifle season yet.
Well, I mean, I don't know when rifle season is. I would have taken a rifle.
That's what they said in the story. It begins on, 19th?
Yeah, but you knew that. How did you know that? And
just from hearsay from other people who like to hunt.
By the way, deer jerky is amazing.
It is.
Yeah, so if you were Hernandez and you accidentally shot this kid, because I genuinely think it was an accident. I mean...
Yeah, I mean, it could well be.
But once you shoot it, you go up to that deer and you say, "Damn, this ain't a deer." You would call the police, right?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, of course. It just begs the question, why did he leave?
Yeah, that's the iffy thing to me, you know?
Yeah.
And, are your headphones messing up?
Yeah, it's fading in and out, but we're good.
You sure?
Yeah, we'll make it.
Yeah, man, I don't know, dude. It's just a little weird to me. So
it is very weird.
My condolences goes out to Lane's family.
Yes.
And as far as the guy, if you did it and left the scene, I hope you get what you deserve. I don't wish jail or death on anyone, but if you shot an innocent teenager when he was out there trying to get his first buck,
yeah. Let's hope that he didn't do it on purpose, and maybe this was all an accident, a very unfortunate accident.
Let's hope so. Guys, that wraps up the OMG segment of this.
And that was an OMG.
That was an OMG. Yeah. Let's see if we got a real WTF. What's going down? Guys, for people out there who don't know, or if you're new to watching this, OMG stands for Oh My Georgia, and WTF stands for What the Florida. So, what do we got?
Florida man. Well, Florida man. Everybody knows about Florida man at this point, right?
Craziest people in the United States come from Florida.
All right. This comes from USA Today News. Florida man accused of giving beer to an alligator.
Oh, Lord Jesus. What? Is that a crime?
I don't know.
The hell?
Well, here's the story. Palm City, Florida. A Florida man is accused of enticing an alligator to bite his arm and pouring beer into his mouth.
Oh, my God.
After his friend caught the reptile. Timothy
McVeigh.
Well, no. Is Kepke. Kepke?
Sure, why not? Let's go with that.
Old Tim was age 27. Oh, hell, Behringer, you know Tim.
Yeah, Smokey's been on a roll today with the jokes.
Hobay Sound of Hobay. Timothy, 27 of Hobay Sound. Hobe Sound. I have no idea where that is.
Hobe.
Of Hobe Sound. And Noah Osborne, 22 of Stewart, were arrested October 3rd. Each were charged with unlawfully taking an alligator. That's a felony. According to Florida, apparently you can't just catch an alligator without a license to do that.
Okay.
And it's a felony in Florida.
That's what's... Go ahead, because I got a lot to say about this one.
According to a Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission report, a complaint was received in August about Kepke holding an alligator. A video apparently showed Kepke trying to get the alligator to bite his arm and giving beer to the reptile, after which the alligator reacted aggressively. He didn't like beer. Officers said they went to
No, he didn't like Budweiser. He wanted Coors. What is this crap?
He's like, I'm a Miller High Life dude, man. Get that out of my mouth. Officers said they went to Kepke's home on September 17th, and Kepke told them he was the person in the video. Kepke told officers Osborne caught the reptile with his bare hands in Palm City on August 26th. And these ads popped up, and I lost my place.
I'm wondering how big this alligator was.
Yeah. The woman told officers she thought the reptile bit Kepke because of his actions. Because he was enticing the thing to do it.
Yeah, to bite him, of course.
Kepke and Osborne were arrested October 3rd and taken to the Martin County Jail, where they were later released on bond. So they're facing a felony charge for capturing this alligator. And I'm sure some kind of PETA activists probably are shaming him right now for trying to give the alligator beer and trying to force the alligator to bite him.
Right.
I'm guessing it wasn't a huge alligator.
Yes. Did it hurt him? Did it injure him bad?
Apparently not.
Okay, I have two questions about this story. First question. Damn, that's crazy because both of our stories tie into animals. Mm-hmm. So is it...
And the unlawful taking of these animals.
Correct.
Well, which one didn't happen to be an animal, but yes.
Is it... Are there some animals where it's season all around? Like, can you shoot a squirrel anytime you want?
Yeah, I think so.
Can you shoot a...
I think coyotes are...
I mean, they're like nuisances, right?
Yeah, nuisance animals, yes.
Would you not consider an alligator a nuisance in Florida?
I would think so, but apparently they don't. I mean, there is an alligator season, but as we saw with Swamp People. Remember Swamp People?
Oh, the TV show?
Yeah. That happened in Louisiana, but they're also in Florida. Right. It's a lot like deer. You go and you apply for tags.
Oh, yeah, you have... Wait, oh, yeah, so when you kill them, you have to tag them.
Yes, you have to go to the Fish and Wildlife management companies, and they tell you how many you're allowed to take because they want to control the population, you know. Even if it's a nuisance animal, like an alligator, I guess could be in a nuisance, they don't want to get rid of all of them.
Yeah, because they still have an effect on the ecosystem.
Yes, exactly. And they want to keep a certain amount in the ecosystem. So, you're taking one unlawfully without a tag, you know, and I guess just even capturing the thing and holding it, I don't even know what you would call that, but
okay, is there such thing as a sheep season? Like, let's say a sheep is in my backyard and I shoot that sheep.
No, because those are domesticated.
So I can shoot a sheep whenever I want.
If it belongs to you.
So you can legally purchase an alligator.
Can you?
Yes, you can. You can go to PetSmart and buy an alligator. No, you can't.
No, not at all.
No, you can't.
Where's the alligator section?
In Florida, you never know, dude.
Maybe in Florida.
I know people with alligators, though, man. I mean, I don't know them personally, but I've seen people with hatched eggs.
Yeah, you do see the occasional video of someone who's got the kiddie pool in the backyard with alligators in it. I don't know if that's legal though.
I don't know. The laws may vary in Florida, man, but what I'm trying to say is, okay, this is a felony, bro.
Yeah.
This is a freaking felony.
Yeah.
So the fact that you enticed this alligator to bite you because he decided he wanted Miller High Life.
Yeah.
You had Natty Ice. He don't prefer Natty Ice.
He don't like the Sunday beer.
So he shot him, right? And killed him.
I don't think it didn't say they killed the alligator.
So what was the charge?
The charge was illegally capturing an alligator.
That is a weird one there, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a weird one.
Yeah.
So if a deer...
The charge was officially unlawfully taking an alligator.
If a deer comes in my backyard and it's not deer season, and I capture that deer and just keep him as a pet, is that a felony?
I think it could be. Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And why do you even need a license to fish or hunt? To me, that makes no sense. I understand the
Control.
That's all it is, man. Like, if we were down to our primitive state, to where we had to live off the land, you think me and you starving? We ain't eating nothing for 2 days. There's a lake behind my house. You think me and you finna go apply for a fishing license?
No, I think there is there's exceptions if it's on your property though. Like if you have a lake in your backyard, that's private property. You don't have to apply for a license to fish there.
I'm curious if this was on this. And
any private lakes, like if you, like there's lakes where you go to pay. You pay the guy at the little shack, and you can go fish all you want. The wildlife management will never show up there because you don't have to have a license to fish there.
Probably the guy in the shack has the license where it's...
Yeah,
well, no, it's
exactly.
private property.
But, yeah, I'm sure he has to have some kind of business license for doing that, yeah.
So, Lake Jackson.
Uh-huh.
Is that...
No, that's a municipal lake.
Public.
Yes.
Give me a private
belongs to the government,
Lake
basically.
Lanier.
Yeah, that's municipal.
Huh. The lake in my...
If you get caught fishing there without a license, you're going to face a fine, yeah.
Would you go to jail? Would you get a felony?
I doubt it. Not for fishing, yeah. I don't know. It does seem weird to get a felony out of just capturing an alligator.
I would have to agree.
Like, if you captured a snake and you were playing with it, nothing's going to happen to you.
But now, why is that? Because there's no snake season. No. Why would there be? There's no turtle season. There's no frog season. There's no amphibian or reptile season. So why is there an alligator season?
That's a good question.
You know? And me personally, out of all the states, I think it would be okay to do this in, would be Florida. So,
where there's a lot of alligators.
That's what I'm saying. Dude, I've seen videos and pictures of people with alligators in their swimming pool. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know, man. That's just my train of thought.
I think it all comes down to interpretation of the law. If, if they would have caught this thing and never made a big mockery out of it, didn't make a video and post it online of them trying to feed a beer to an alligator, probably nothing would have ever happened. If they just caught the alligator and said, wow, this is cool, and then let it go,
Do you think beer had anything to do with the felony?
I'm sure it did. It's probably one of those things where, yes, they made it a felony at some point in time because people were doing a lot of things that they didn't want to happen, And so now they see something like this happen and like, okay, we're going to enforce it on him.
Mm-hmm.
But say if you lived in Florida and me and you just saw an alligator run across the backyard and we grabbed it like, look at this thing, it's cool, and then we let it go.
So it's like a catch and release thing.
Yeah, they probably wouldn't really make a big stink about it.
Right. All right, well, that was a good one there, bro.
Yeah.
Anything else you got for the WTF?
That's it, man. Y'all guys leave them alligators alone.
Man, leave them alligators alone. And if y'all see something out in the woods, make sure it's a deer. Make sure it's a bear. Make sure it's a duck, pheasant, turkey. Make sure.
Not an alligator.
Not an alligator.
Yeah.
That wraps up our WTF and our OMG Smoke Dog.
What up?
I got a great explain this photo for you.
All right, I'm going to explain it all for you. What's up?
All right, you should be receiving a picture any second now, and that picture will show up on screen the second he gets it.
There's the notification.
All right.
Ooh.
Explain that picture.
Oh, Jesus. This is creepy. Oh, I want to see it bigger. Jesus Christ. That is one scary toddler right there, man.
Explain that one, bro.
Holy. Alright, so I want to say the eyes are glowing because of the camera that they're using. And it's night, so it's not necessarily a night vision camera, which could make their eyes glow anyway. So I don't guess that's relevant. But this kid has amazing balance. If it is just standing there and conducting an orchestra or whatever it's doing right now, then that kid has amazing balance. Usually toddlers have these gigantic heads and they tend to fall a lot. so how is this kid doing that?
Yeah, Smokey's been cracking me up. Look, we got a. I'm sorry, off to explain this topic for just 1 second. We have a fantasy football league, right? And I'm like, we're in our league. We're like neck and neck with everybody. Everybody's right there except for 1 or 2 people. Yeah. And I'm like, Smokey, who do you predict in the playoffs? And he's like, I think me, you, this person, and this person. I'm like, well, who do you have in the Super Bowl? He's like, that's gonna be a tough one. Me. What the hell? Like,
I'm taking it, bro.
Of course. That's some narcissistic crap if I've ever heard it. I'm
confidence.
Sorry.
It's confidence.
Right.
But this kid, I don't know what he's doing. Is it a he or she?
I think it's a he.
Yeah. You tell me what your interpretation is, because
well, I have the story, so.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me make a guess real quick. One of 2 things could be happening. This kid is a good escape artist and knows how to get out of his crib. And they just happened to take the picture at the point where he climbed up to the top and he stood up to jump off.
Wait, you think this is a picture?
I think this is a still frame taken from a video.
Okay.
I mean, that's obviously right. I mean, it's got to be a video, I'd imagine. So, without seeing the video, I'm assuming this kid climbed up to the top of the rail of his crib and was about to jump off, and they took the still frame right when he was there in a creepy pose. The other thing is, if it was just going to be a picture and not a video, they figured out a way to rig this kid up to make a good picture.
Okay.
All right, now tell me the official story.
Well, before I show you the official story, and guys, I wish I could put this on screen, and it might be free.
His name is Connor. So
are you freaking kidding me?
That's what it says right there.
Holy crap. The girl that I used to date, her baby's name was...
Is this your
but I want to show you the video real quick. Guys, I can't put this on screen, but I'll talk to him while he watches. I just want him to get a better visual. Watch this.
All right.
Sorry for the noises, guys.
Oh, Jesus.
It's only 50 seconds, but I feel like he needs to get a better visual of it by showing him the video.
Oh, my God.
And this kid is screaming his lungs out. I can't show it on camera. It's nothing horrible. It's nothing graphic.
No.
It's nothing gory.
No. It is very weird, though.
God, I just don't like to hear a baby cry, man.
Yeah. Oh, and it fell back in.
Did he fall or did something push him?
That could be.
God.
Now
do you have another take on this?
There could be a ghost in the room that freaked this kid out, and the kid stood up there, and somehow the ghost is helping him balance. Because I don't see a toddler at that age being able to just stand there and balance for that long a period of time. Mm-hmm. Like I said, they got gigantic heads. Their body hasn't grown into their heads yet. So, as you can see,
dump truck.
He took a tumble at the end of that video.
I'm gonna see if I can put the video on screen, but
maybe like clip out a part of it where we're not gonna get flagged, but.
Okay, let me get to the story. It says a video of a toddler crib surfing has enraged the internet and has left people fear that he may be possessed. In a video posted by parents Chris and Keelan Chronicles, excuse me, I was possessed right there. The toddler was recorded crying for his mother before attempting to get out of his crib. Instead of climbing from the crib, he somehow managed to balance himself on the crib railing, standing for a long moment before taking a tumble backwards and falling into the cot.
That's crazy.
The caption of the video reads, "Caught on nanny cam in the middle of the night. No children were harmed. This is not my child." Apparently the person who posted it in the video. And while some feared for the safety of the child, others questioned his balance and skills, worried that the child may be possessed. Now, I really wish I could post the full thing of this video. I'm gonna just try it. I'm just gonna try to put the whole thing out there.
All right.
And my thing is, if you clearly watch the video, you can see the baby. He's sitting in the crib. He's crying. Then it looks like something actually picks him up. And he's screaming for mama. Ah, ah. Then once that whatever it is picks him up and stands him on the rail, he gets quiet. He's like moving around, you know?
Yeah.
And then once the baby stops crying, it's like he gets pushed back into the cot, you know? So could this be a possession?
It could be. There could be a ghost mama in there, and she's like, "This kid's crying. I'm gonna try to console him." Yeah, and picks him up. She could just be holding him right to where he looks like he's standing on the rail, and then all of a sudden, like, she fades or whatever, and he falls back over.
Yeah, and after she tried to soothe him, and the soothing didn't work, and started crying again, she threw the baby.
Do you think, or did she just let him go and he just fell over?
That looked like a push to me.
He went down fast.
That looked like a push to me.
He went down really fast.
Yeah. My thing is, first of all, there's no toddler that's going to do this. There's no toddler
that's hard to believe, yeah.
Yeah, and you have kids. I don't. But imagine you going into your toddler's room, and they're screaming, "Dad, Dad!" Can barely even talk. You walk into the room, and they're standing on their crib.
Oh, yeah, that'd be the freakiest thing ever.
Right?
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. This, it's an interesting video. I can't say for sure what it is or what it isn't, but...
Yeah. It's paranormal. Either way.
I thought that was
because it is not normal in any sense for a kid to be standing on that rail like that.
Not at all. And guys, if you're watching this and you want to leave a comment and let us know what your interpretation of this video,
please do.
Please do. And I wanted to save this last sentence of that video because we're about to get into some what, Smokey? Good old-fashioned trash talk. Booyah! You know what time that video was taken?
3 a.m.
3:28 a.m.
Oh, man. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Lord. What do you think about that, bro? What is it about 3 a.m. that all these things happen? By the way, most of the people are asleep at 3 a.m.
Man, I've been trying to figure that out myself. What is it about 3 a.m.?
What is it?
Let me give a backstory.
Okay.
In folklore, the witching hour or devil's hour is a time of night associated with supernatural events. Creatures such as witches, demons, and ghosts are thought to appear and be at their most powerful. Black magic is thought to be most effective at this time. In the Western Christian tradition, the hour between 3 and 4 a.m. was considered a period of peak supernatural activity due to the absence of prayers.
Because everyone's sleeping.
Yes, during those hours. Women caught outside without sufficient reason during this time were sometimes executed on suspicion of witchcraft. The phrase witching hour was first recorded in 1835.
1835, y'all.
So that was the folklore explanation for 3 a.m. Why it would be happening then, because most people are asleep at that time, and people have stopped praying.
And the people that were out were being executed.
Yeah, because they assumed it.
They were on some form of the M word.
No, that's nowadays.
Instead of the witching hour, it's the
M hour.
The M hour.
The Emming hour.
Yeah. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, that makes sense if you think about it, right? I mean, if prayers are the natural defense against demonic activity, then they are most powerful at a time when everybody has stopped praying.
Right.
Makes sense.
100% it makes sense.
Yeah.
Me personally, guys, I have two stories that have personally happened at 3 a.m. with me. And these are true stories. God, strike me down with lightning if I'm lying. I promise you. The first one, not really that paranormal. Just everyone sleep at 3 o'clock. For some reason, 2 days in a row, I would wake up at exactly 3:15. I don't know why. 3:15, 2 days in a row, back to back. 3:15 a.m.
Yeah.
And Titan would just, my dog Titan would be at my corner of the bed just staring at me. So whenever Titan does that, that means he needs to go pee or poop. So I take Titan out at 3:15 in the morning to let him out. Complete silence. All of a sudden, I have a back porch. I hear doo 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 doo. I look up. There's 3 huge black helicopters at 3 a.m. just flying. Now you know we live in Covington. There's a small airport in Oxford. You know that, right? Why at 3 a.m. are there 3 black helicopters? Why is that happening? And why, what was it to make me witness that? I mean,
maybe this all ties into the stories of the Illuminati, you know, how, the black helicopters come around to take people that they deem as a threat in the middle of the night, which apparently would happen around 3 a.m.
You had something similar happen like that at midnight, but we're not going to say that on the podcast.
Yeah, midnight, yeah. Yeah, because I don't want to out whoever this guy is that they were looking for.
Right, but I'm tying it in because it happened while most people are asleep at that night.
Yeah.
So the
authority does like to look for people in the dead of night.
Or early in the morning.
Yes, exactly. 6 in the morning, police at my door.
But yeah, man. And the second one, do you got anything? What do you think the reason? Why the 3 black helicopters at 3:15 in the morning? Why?
Your guess is as good as mine, man.
Military, maybe. I mean,
yeah. I guess any military operation could run at night, or, you know, some SWAT activity that they happen to need helicopters for.
Damn, 3 black, and these weren't small helicopters. I mean, guys, I promise y'all may think I'm lying, but they not directly over my head, but maybe 5 feet to the left of my head, like that close to where I could, and flying kind of low to where I could hear the blades, doom, 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 doom.
Yeah.
You know, that was a little, and I vividly remember because that doom, doom, doom noise.
Yeah.
And another crazy story I have is I had a guest over, spending the night with me. You know, we're having a good night, a traditional Friday, Saturday night, right? And I was ready to go to sleep. This was maybe 2:45 in the morning, and I'm like, look, I can't stay up no more. I'm sleepy. So I go up and I'm like, listen, either you're going to stay and pass out here with me or you can leave. And that person decided to leave. So when that person left, if you guys look on camera, I have an Alexa right here. I have Alexa, and this Alexa was plugged up. Now, this Alexa was around when this person used to be in my life quite often. When this person left my house at about 2:50, 3 o'clock, 10 minutes after that, out of nowhere, Alexa comes on and says, goodbye, and says her name. That freaked me out, bro. Imagine you didn't, because in order to have Alexa speak, you have to say, hey, Alexa. But literally, that's why Alexa is unplugged to this day. Because when she left that day, and imagine you had a few drinks, you know, you're sitting there relaxing, chilling, and you're going upstairs, and out of nowhere you hear, goodbye, that name. You're like, what? First of all, how did you know you were here?
Yeah.
So,
and how did you know she left?
My point.
And how did you know her name?
My point exactly, man. I don't
know. Have you ever tried to use Alexa at 3 a.m.? Apparently, there's a lot of stories of Alexa going crazy at 3 a.m.
Really?
Yeah. You've never seen the videos of people will ask random weird questions to Alexa and she'll give creepy answers.
Or just laugh.
Yeah.
I've actually heard that too. Alexa will randomly laugh.
Now, I know there is a way you can program Alexa to respond to certain things you ask her in a way that you want. Like, you know, if you want to make a good joke, you know, your friends come in and you're like, hey, Alexa, who's the king of this city? And they'll be like, oh, you are, Big Daddy. You know, you can program Alexa to say that. You know?
Shout out to Big Mike.
Oh, Biggin.
Team Biggin.
But, you know, you could do that. I can get that. But I do think it would be hard, but not impossible, to program her to answer multiple questions.
But I didn't do that with Alexa.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Can you give me an explanation as to why she said her name? I promise you guys, strike me with lightning if I'm lying.
The only thing I could say is that the artificial intelligence that powers Alexa has the capability of learning people's names just from hearing the conversations around your house and recognizing her voice. And somehow she must have announced that she was leaving. I don't know why it would happen 10 minutes after she left.
True or false? Somebody said that this was in legal documents. Alexa sends recorded information to the...
Yes. True? That is true.
So Alexa's recording...
Any government officials that that have you under investigation can pull your records from your phone, from Alexa, from OK Google.
So that's proof that our phones are listening to us.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
I heard an interesting story on the internet that, well, it wasn't a story. It was an interview a guy was doing with somebody else. But, you know Ancestry.com and 23andMe where people are swabbing their mouth? In their user agreement, they share your DNA. It literally says we share your DNA with the FBI if needed.
Yes.
So.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just.
They definitely want... They definitely want to have a way to keep track of every living person. I mean, that's no secret. Because anytime they're trying to solve a crime, they want all the resources they can get. You know, and our devices are definitely capable of telling on us at any moment. You know, I try not to worry about it too much because I'm not doing, felonies
that's my
on a
thing.
daily basis.
I mean... We're not here to make this whole thing about surveillance, but I'm not doing anything wrong. If you want to listen, enjoy yourself.
Exactly. But the one thing that bothers me is innocent people that get accused of crimes and how that could be used against them in some weird way. Like, you make a joke in your own house.
Oh, man, girl, shut up if I kill you over there.
Exactly.
Man, I'm going to blow this motherfucker up.
Yeah, exactly. You could do any of that. And Alexa could tell on you one day.
I heard the word blow up.
Through a case of mistaken identity.
I heard kill.
That's why we need our privacy protected.
Now, why do you think 3 a.m. these things happen? What is it about 3 o'clock? Because even... do you still dream? Of course you still dream.
Dream, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember some of your dreams?
Yeah, I mean, not for long much these days. I mean, I remember having a bad dream just the other night.
I remember you told me you had a dream that occurred a lot to you when you were a kid.
Yeah, which one did I tell you about?
Oh, wow, there's more than one?
Oh, yeah, I've had a lot of recurring dreams.
You told me about one. This was actually on, like, between number 1 and number 10 Trash Talk Podcast about some guy in a green and orange suit or something.
I remember there was the girl in all white.
Let's hear it.
That was a reoccurring dream. Actually, multiple times throughout my life, I would come in contact with a girl in all white, and every time I would see her in my dreams, there was always some catastrophic event happening around her or directly after her, or and it would always be like. I was going to leave my parents' house, and this was, when I was a teenager. Yeah. I get in my car, and I go to leave my parents' house, and I see this girl standing in all white, in this all white suit, standing there, like, kind of putting her hand out toward the car. And I look at it like, oh, my God, that's kind of weird. But then I look over the horizon, there's a tornado blowing in.
So she was protecting you.
Yeah, I think she was trying to tell me don't go, yeah.
But this is why I asked about the dreams, because... you typically are dreaming when you're sleeping, and you're typically in REM sleep.
A lot of scientists say that you dream every time you're asleep. The problem is you just don't record those dreams. Yes.
So let's say these dreams are happening at 3 a.m., around the time when everybody's sleeping.
Yeah.
So could this just all be a facade to where everyone's dreaming and thinking that I saw. I mean, because there are so many stories of people saying at 3 a.m. everything in my house started rambling, or could it
the
just
old hag, sleep paralysis,
and that is real, bro. I don't care what nobody. Have you never experienced that?
Yeah, I have to a certain extent, but not as bad as some people say.
I've never seen something on me, but I've definitely been.
Felt it?
Yes, I've definitely been sleep, cannot move my body, but my head is wide awake.
Now, this actually brings up, the two things. The thing that you're saying, that it could be a dream state that people are experiencing these in, where you're half awake, you're half asleep, and your brain is still producing the DMT that's causing you to dream, and you're seeing stuff in real life that is not actually there. It's all in your brain, but you're mixing it up when it's congealed with reality that is actually going on around you. And there's also the fact that we had an episode on tulpas and thought forms, and how if you put so much thought into something, you could eventually create it into reality. Now, if so many people are having these dreams, they could be creating something into reality through their thoughts. Because so many people are doing it at once, that gives so much power to a thought form
that it becomes real.
That it becomes reality.
What is swamp gas?
Swamp gas?
Have you ever heard of that?
Yeah.
Well, people back in the 50s and 60s?
Yeah, they would say that they would mistake swamp gas for like UFOs and all different kinds of weird entities.
Please explain, please.
I think all it is methane and CO2. Like, if methane is being released from a swamp, all that is decomposing organic matter, and it's giving off methane. And if it's ignited, it can give off these
CO2.
Yeah, well, it can give off these weird lights. Yeah, it'll be like weird colors. Like, it's basically lighting farts, but on a big level, like a swamp. And if a methane burst goes up in flames, you could get this brilliant blue and purple light coming off of it.
I just find it weird that a lot of these things happen at the 3 a.m. moment.
It is. It's very, very weird.
Yeah.
But maybe that's also what I'm saying is that it's happening at 3 a.m. because that's the time that most people are asleep. Maybe it's not the prayers. Maybe it's the thoughts of so many people's dreams that is manifesting something into reality.
Right. Do you think that there is a witch hour? Do you think there's such thing as something as a hour where the demons or
there's some portal to hell that's easier to
access
transverse?
Yeah. Like if we had a Ouija board and we wanted to connect with someone on the other side, the perfect time to do it was at 3 a.m. Do you really think that's? I mean, for real.
No, it's hard to believe. I mean, I can't say for sure either way, but
then
it's hard to believe.
Why are there so many accounts of people having these strange occurrences at 3 a.m.?
Well, like I said, that could be it. It could be because there's so many people dreaming at that time.
But what if you're wide awake?
Yeah, but it's from other people's dreaming.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Like if I spent enough time to create a thought form that actually manifested itself into reality.
Tulpa.
Yes. That would be all my brain power creating this thing, but you could see it.
Because I'm awake. Even though you're asleep, you've put in so much energy into it that it's manifested into something physical. Interesting.
Yes. That could be the explanation for, all kinds of paranormal experiences.
It's been a minute, but Smokey blows my mind sometimes, and I think he just did it again with that one. You had... It kind of relates to the 3 a.m. topic, but you said you might have a ghost in your house.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You pretty sure?
I mean, something's going on there for sure.
Please explain. I'm gonna start dousing you with holy water before you come into my house.
I may need it, man. And everybody's telling me like buy sage.
Sage, it clears. My grandma used to do that.
Yeah, everybody's all on sage. So.
Go to a Jamaican store or herbal store and just buy a bundle of sage.
Yeah.
Light it and just walk through your house.
Just
walk through your house. If there are any evil demons, any evil spirits.
But see, I don't know that it's evil because it hasn't done anything evil yet. It's just done random things.
Okay, explain.
All right, so my daughter first noticed it. I mean, I say I noticed it. sounded like every now and then someone would run across the attic in the house. Not really run, but walk quickly. It wasn't like thump, 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 like a big dude's running across there. But you would hear it like, doom, 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 like right across the attic. And I'd get up there and look, and nothing's up there. And it happened many times, and my daughter would get freaked out about it, and the time she would be there by herself, she would call and like, somebody's here, like the doors would open and close.
What? Yeah. You're being for real right now?
Oh, I'm serious, yeah.
You're being dead ass for real.
Yeah, I mean, I even made a post about it on Facebook at some point. You can go back and look, man.
What?
It likes to open and close doors a lot. I know that because, like, my bedroom door, I live there by myself when the kids are not there. Mm-hmm. I have no reason to ever close my bedroom door, and at random times I'll come home and it's closed. Or, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and someone's closed the door, and that's the thing is when she's there by herself, she claims that it opens and closes doors a lot. And I've been noticing that that's happening, and I'll hear a tapping on the window from time to time.
Are you being for real,
No, Smokey? This is 100, dude. This is all 100.
Anything else? Well, any
not other than the walking across the attic, opening, closing doors, tapping on windows.
I mean, that's enough right there.
Yeah. I haven't heard any disembodied voices yet.
God dang it.
I don't think it means any harm, though.
Are you not afraid of that?
No.
You're not afraid of that?
No.
Now, what if you started going into the kitchen and you saw a plate fall from, like you saw a plate being...
It wouldn't surprise me at this point.
Would you be afraid of that?
No, I wouldn't be afraid. I mean, obviously, if there is an entity there, it's a poltergeist.
This is the white in Smokey. This is the white in you, bro.
I got a bad case of the white, dude.
You definitely do, bro. If I'm seeing a plate that No, I'm not going to your house, because you got one over there, too. I'm going somewhere where there is no kind of paranormal activity.
Yeah. It doesn't... The only way it would bother me is if I saw, like, if I wake up and it's been cutting on my arm or, some kind of... Like, I see that it's intentionally trying to hurt me or the kids, then it's going to bother me. But until then, like, I have no problem if there's an entity in the house. Like, as long as it's not doing anything wrong.
I want you to try an experiment.
Okay.
I want you to either put your phone on record, like a sound recorder, or a video recorder, or your computer on record, just at 3 o'clock. Just set it, you can set it to... Start recording at 3 and
let it film into like the living room.
Yeah, even you don't even have to do film, just do sound, and just try that.
Now I will tell you, if I do that and I catch something on there that's completely like creepy, like, or if it starts whispering something demonic, then I might get mad.
Okay, all right. Let's say it's not.
Then I might go buy some sage.
Let's say it's not demonic though. Let's say they're like, "Come play with me."
Oh. It's just playful. I don't know.
Juggalo at heart, boy. That boy juggalo at heart.
Yeah, I mean,
if I hear come play with me, you play with yourself. I'm out this bitch.
Why does that bother you so bad, though?
Because it's not a living thing. It's not something I can see. It's not something I can use my 5 senses to detect. I'm out.
But what are you afraid that it's gonna do?
That
you have to have something to strike fear, right? I mean,
that doesn't
makes you scared.
That doesn't put fear in your heart?
No, not at all.
I'm sorry to keep using, but that's the white in you.
I think we discussed this in the last episode that, like, bravery is not actually being lax of fear, it's just actually facing your fear.
Yeah, it's fight or flight.
So maybe somewhere, deep down inside there's a primal fear that it could be some demonic spirit. Until I see it, I'm facing that fear on a daily and being like, oh.
Okay, so until you actually see it, you have to see it.
Yeah.
Let's say you wake up to take a pee at 3:30.
Well, even if I see it, as long as if it looks peaceful, then what am I gonna do? I mean, I can't call the police and say there's an invisible person.
No, but you know in your heart that there's something there, bro.
Yeah.
If you wake up at 3 o'clock and you can see through a tiny child that has all white on and is saying, "Come play with me," you're like, "Oh, I'll play with." You know what? Enjoy yourself.
What if I freak out and
That wouldn't freak you out.
No, I mean, maybe for an instant, but then I would come to my realization that maybe this thing is not evil. Maybe this is a guardian angel. Maybe there's something that's been following me my entire life. What?
You got more cojones than I do, my friend. I'm sorry, bro. I'm gone.
Yeah, well, I've walked down Holmes Drive by myself at night.
Whatever that means.
Live to tell about it.
Whatever that means. Damn, Smokey, can you just try that for me one day, please?
Actually, now that you mention it, I really want to do that.
Yeah, it don't even have to be video. Just put your phone on record or something on record from 3 to 4.
See, I leave the TV on all night, so
you're one of those kind of people.
Probably gonna pick that up.
I don't like those kind of people.
That's why I was thinking, you don't like me then.
Why do you do that?
There is a specific reason why
Go ahead.
I cannot sleep without something occupying my mind. Yes.
That goes back to your childhood.
Yes, it does.
You know that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It definitely
my aunt is the same, bro. Oh my God, I'm so glad we're talking about this. Let me tell you about. And Auntie, yes, I'm calling you out on this one. My aunt, I love you to death, Auntie, and I'm not gonna say your name, but I've got plenty of them. But Auntie, I love you to death. But she is going through a paranoia schizophrenia stage right now, to where she thinks something or someone is after her. My aunt lived in this house, before I lived here, and I needed a place to stay for a weekend, so I came and stayed over here for a weekend, right? Saturday night, it might have been 3. I was passed out asleep. She woke me up sometime. Could have been 3 in the morning, could have been 2 in the morning, I don't know, but it was sometime when I was asleep. Who you got in this house? I know you got somebody in the house. Bro, she opens up all the cabinets, open up all the doors. I'm sitting on my bed like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
That's paranoid schizophrenia.
For real, bro. And to this day, I think I told you about this. To this day, she has her own place now, but she leaves little sticky notes that says, "Don't touch my bananas," or
to who?
We don't know. She lives by herself.
She's delusional. That's what a psychiatrist would classify her as, a paranoid schizophrenic with delusions.
Like hearing.
Does she think someone's out to get her?
Bro, we don't know what it is.
How grandiose is this, you know?
Bro, literally, my cousins went to her house to help her clean up. When I tell you, not 1 sticky note, not 5 sticky note, not 10 sticky notes. We're talking 20, 30, 40, 50 sticky notes. Don't touch my shower curtain. Leave this alone. Why are you in here? Like, what are you doing, Auntie? And
she doesn't say what she thinks it is?
She thinks someone's in the house when she's
someone.
sleeping. She says someone's in the house when I'm sleeping or when I'm gone. Someone's in the house. She says she leaves with 4 bananas. She comes home, there's 3 bananas. She makes a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. When she comes back, there's a bite bitten out of it.
Maybe with what's going on with me is I face the fear because I don't want to consider myself delusional.
Could you be delusional?
Well, I would like to think not, because the kids also see it or also realize there's something going on.
That makes a good case.
Yeah.
Because it's not just you seeing it.
Yes.
You have your children seeing it.
But obviously, if your auntie is the only one experiencing this could be a delusion.
Huh. Love you, Auntie. That was creepy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's weird, man. Like, to the point where they're thinking about putting her in a home type.
Yeah, wow. It's usually the next step after that.
She's only like 51, 52, bro. She's young. You know?
She needs to go to therapy.
I agree 1,000%. Anyway, Anything you else got for this great topic?
That's it. That was a good topic.
That was a great one, man.
Now, if you guys have had any 3 a.m. experiences, please let us know about it because we really want to know. This is October.
Beautiful time. My favorite time of the year.
I love October. And we're going to get creepy this month.
We will.
Yep.
Anything else you got for the people, Small Dog?
That's it for today. There's a lot more, but we'll get to that at a later date.
We got some good episodes coming. But in the meantime, my name is Behringer, Hollywood 6 Bonds.
And I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowan.
And we are over and out.